Good morning.
You also can push these down. Helps a little bit. I can see you now. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Notice of a public meeting of the Brownsville Community Improvement Corporation Board of Directors pursuant to Chapter 551, Title 5 of the Texas Government Code, the Texas Open Meetings Act. Notice is hereby given that a meeting of the Brownsville Community Improvement Corporation, BCIC, will be held on Wednesday, October 22nd at 10:34 at the City Commission Chambers located on the second floor of the Brownsville City Hall, Old Federal Building, located at 1001 East Elizabeth Street, Brownsville, Texas, or you can log in by WebEx. Item number 1 will be the roll call. Dr. Rose Gowen.
Present.
Cesar Lopez. Murat Abu Salim. Sergio Martinez. Absent. Tracy Wickett. Mark Horowitz. Out. And Michael Rodriguez. Thank you all. Second item is public comment. At the moment, we do not have public comment, so we'll be moving on to item 3, consent agenda items. All items are considered to be routine and will be enacted by one motion. If requested by a board member, any item may be taken off the consent agenda by chair for individual consideration, and it'll be items 3.1 through 3.6. Yes.
I'll move to approve the consent agenda items with the exception of 3.4.
All in favor? Aye.
Okay, just.
Yes. Right. I'll move to approve the consent agenda item number 3.4.
Open up the floor for discussion. Anybody want, so you made a motion?
Yes.
Made a motion. I'll second the motion. Please vote yea or nay. Take a vote.
Yay.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next item.
No,
I'm sorry.
no.
There's only 3 that voted. We need a vote of 4 in order for it to approve, to pass. I'm sorry. And then just friendly reminder, make sure your mics are on.
Should we, I guess we'll make a motion to table. I mean, we don't have the quorum.
We can make a motion to table.
Sergio or
Can we, Deborah,
Mark?
can we do a motion to table?
well, okay, well, let me pose this. I'm assuming somebody's running late. Can we discuss this action item later this afternoon?
No.
Once we get the quorum?
This is it. Mark and Sergio are not coming in.
Oh, they're not coming?
Yeah.
Okay, so I make a motion to table to the next meetings for the lack of, I guess, it's not quorum, it's just don't have the votes. Yeah.
Deborah, is that okay?
Thank you.
Motion to table.
Second.
Everyone in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next item, please.
Someone want to go get Rose?
All right, well, they bring in Dr. Gowan. Item 4 is the presentation. It's an update on the business improvement and growth, BIG, and the quality of life projects. Eric Quintero, Community Development Manager, will be presenting.
All righty, good morning. I'm going to go ahead and give an update, like Nelly said, on the big and quality of life projects that we've had in progress and approved through fiscal year 24 and 25. So in 2025, we did award 25 projects, 10 of them being rental reinvestment and 15 being property improvement grants. Of the property improvement grants, we've had 8 complete with 7 still in construction. We awarded $394,654, and we still have an open balance of $227,710. Of our rental grants, we did have, like I said, the 10 projects. We had 1 business that was sold in June of 2020, 1 business that relocated, 1 pending a final reimbursement, and the others are in progress. We awarded $126,144, and we have an open balance of $66,975. So in total, our fiscal year budget for 25 was $800,000, with 25 total projects awarded $520,798. Reimbursed to date, we have reimbursed $207,872, with a remaining balance of $305,000. The $279,000 unspent funds or balance from last fiscal year has been returned to our unrestricted fund balance for fiscal year 26. In reference to projects that are still open from 24 and before, we still have 7, 3 of them pending a final reimbursement, a 4th pending a CO to be able to return the funds. The Cameron and El Jardín are still in construction with reimbursements looking into the later part of 2026. And for Hector Zavala, it is in construction with our 2025 project, Glorious Nights. They are completing the work together. So for the open projects, there was awarded $780,000 with a balance still remaining of $529,000. Our forecast from now until March of 2020 through March of 2026 is reimbursing over $400,000 from the open projects. We currently have 8 active leads for extensive, standard, and rental reinvestment categories. Any questions before I move on to quality of life?
Any questions? You, Eric.
Moving on to our quality of life, these are our BCIC participants. In 2024, we had 12 projects where we awarded $3.3 million. Of those 12 projects, I am glad to say we have 10 of them complete already. Some 4 pending final reimbursement, but the projects are already set up. Good Neighbor, the beautifying and greening of Good Neighbor will be completing until March of 2026. And the Adapted Sports League for Children with Special Needs is an item that we have later pending for extension. Our current balance of funds that need to be paid out is $890,000. In reference to our 2025 projects, we did award 9 for $965,000. All the projects are they are in progress. 4 of them are being managed by the City of Brownsville. Our expected reimbursements through March of 2026 is $840,000 at a minimum.
Any questions? I like this format. Thank you, Eric. It's easy to follow.
Yes, ma'am.
Is
Some
this-
photos of our, oh, sorry.
No, is this an acknowledgement or?
Yeah, he just gotta wrap up just
Yeah.
a little.
Go
I'm
ahead.
just giving updates on everything.
Like acknowledgement.
Here's some photos of some of the completed projects. We have the Simon Salea Railroad, the online radio station and podcast studio for BSPA, the Zoo Zip Line, the Camp Rio zip line as well, and then the Amelia Earhart statue.
Why you don't have pictures from the city's quality of life?
We're about to get to that.
Next slide. Hold on.
So for fiscal year of 2024 for the city's quality of life projects, we did have 5 projects during cycle 1 for $2.2 million. We have a balance of $1.2 million. We've had 1 complete, which is the Musco Lights, and our construction of the new bathrooms at Gonzalez Park. We are just pending the reimbursement for that one. The Downtown Master Plan, the Parks Master Plan, and the Tiny Forest Initiative are still being worked on. For cycle 2, we had 4 projects that were awarded for $2 million. One was the airport terminal playground that is actually having a ribbon cutting right now. And then La Posada Park redevelopment, they are in progress. They did resubmit to Texas Department of Parks and Wildlife for a grant in August, which they will hear back from in January. And then the bus stop improvement project, I did see that the mayor did post an update that they are in the bidding process with a potential start date of, I believe, March or May. And it will be covering 33 bus stations. And then our Shade Tree project is still being worked on. As of now, the balance is still the same as awarded. There has not been any reimbursement submitted. The expected reimbursements through March of 2026 is $633,000, which would be the playground and the Gonzalez Park construction.
So the Tiny Forest will begin construction in November, is what I'm told.
Okay.
And La Posada won't move forward until Texas Parks and Wildlife is heard from. However, they did receive word to set up the portal. I don't know, there must be a portal. And so it's expected that they will be awarded. If they
Nice.
wouldn't have said, set up the portal if there
Yeah.
was a doubt about it. So it
Perfect.
looks very good for that one, but they won't have final answer until, as you said, January.
Perfect, thank you. Moving on to their 2025 projects, they are all still in design. We awarded 16 total, 3.3 being for the city of Brownsville parks and other designations, and then 5 for the sports park. 1.5 million for the 5 projects at the sports park. Our forecast is 1.5 million in projected reimbursements through March of 2026 for the fiscal year of 24 and 25 out of our quality of life budgets. Just a reminder that our deadline for this fiscal year's quality of life grants is December 1st. We do have, as of yesterday, 7 active leads currently engaged in project development and submission. And we actually have, the reason there's no photos, we have project status updates on every project that we have and the cities have, that the city has, of that they're managing of us. at our joint meeting. So they'll provide us updates on every project. And, that's all I have.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Eric.
That's great.
Questions?
Who's next?
Thank you, Eric.
All right, items for individual consideration. Item number 5, consideration, discussion, and acknowledgement of the September 2025 financial report.
Good morning. Rafael Garcia from the City of Brownsville. I'm going to present the financial statements for the month of September. As of September 30, 2025, there was 310,000 in the bank accounts. In the investments, we had 17.4 million, and we had an accounts receivables for the sales tax for August of 626,000, giving us total assets of 18,329,000. Accounts payable, there was at 179,575, leaving us with a total fund balance of 18.1 million. And it's broken down between what is restricted, committed, assigned, the rainy day fund. We did add a new reserve fund for the E-Bridge capital improvement of 30,000, and we do have the unrestricted fund balance of 4.2 million. Any questions on this first slide? This is an analysis of the fund balances, how it has changed by month. As we can see, the committed, there was a net decrease of 149,000, basically because of payments that were made throughout the month of September. The unrestricted fund balance, there was an increase of 310,000. That's taking into consideration the sales tax that we received for July, and taking into consideration the other revenues that we have, including interest income, less any expenses that were paid out. The reserve stayed the same at 3 million, and then 3,030,000, because we did add the 30,000 for the capital for the E-Bridge capital improvement. And then we do have the unrestricted stay the same. The restricted stay the same at 14,000. That's what was left off. The balance left from the Dignity trailer. The donations minus the expenses for the Dignity trailers. And the assigned fund balance, we are at 140,000. And those are those small business recovery loans or grants that BCIC had approved. Previous? Okay. Then we have the comparison budget to actual through September, comparing to last year balances. Total revenues are at 9 million, compared to last year was at 8 million. Budget-wise, compared to the 2025 budget, we're at 96% of collections in revenues. And the biggest one being the sales tax revenues. We already surpassed what was budgeted in fiscal year 2025. And this is through August, we're still pending September. On the expenses, we're at 6.1 million in total expenditures. Compared to last year, we were at 8.6. But we do have encumbered or committed 10.9 million, which budget-wise on the expenses, we're at 80% already committed and expensed for fiscal year 2025. As we can see, the quality of life that were approved at 5 million, we're at 96% of what was budgeted. And we already sort of got to the administrative costs. We're basically at 100% of what was budgeted. Any questions on these ones, on the expenditures or revenues? Then we have the sales tax history for the 12 month, 11 months through August. We don't have the September figures yet. Right now, we're at 7.2 collections. Whereas compared to last year, we were at 6.9. So we have an increase of 2.8%. So we should be able to surpass the budget, or we already surpassed the budgeted, what was budgeted for sales tax, so we can see in this slide, in this graph that we have. The last slide we have is a quarterly investment report, which is showing 729,000 in the demand deposit accounts, the bank accounts. We have 4.6 million in the money markets account. And in the investments pools, we have 50.2 million. So the total amounts of the investments are 20.5 million. Basically, Treasury, they do look to see which ones are earning more interest to try to put more money so we can utilize whatever interest is being earned. Compared to the 3-month Treasury bill, the investment pools are actually paying a little bit higher than the Treasury bills. And the investments, we have 74% of the total monies, which is in line with the policy. Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
We just need a motion to acknowledge.
Yes. Do we have a motion to acknowledge?
So move.
Second? Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Item number six, consideration, discussion, and action on amending the 2024 performance agreement with Ethan Atlan of AccuCell Biotechnology, a 2024 Startup Texas SBIR STTR graduate in partnership with Texas A&M Engineering Experiment Station.
Good morning, Chair, Board. I'll make this as quick as possible. We've only, some background for some of the new board members. This last year was our last year that we did the Startup Texas SBIR, which stands for Small Business Innovation Research, and STTR, Small Business Tech Transfer Research program in partnership with Texas A&M. It was just like all of our usual Startup Texas programs. The only difference was the accelerator program was specifically created to help these companies successfully apply for an SBIR grant, which could bring up to $250,000 in research funding through a university. Last year was our last year that we did this. AccuCell Biotechnology, they are a graduate of the second year of the program back in 2024. They've actually already submitted and met their milestones for the performance agreement. However, they had a remaining amount of funding left over. Instead of having them return that funding, they asked if they could use that to further advance their prototype. This is, and I won't go through this, you can see it in the memo, but this is everything that they've been able to complete since winning the competition in this last summer. They would like to reallocate some of the funding, the $28,325.88. A lot of the allocation was actually already pre-approved in their performance agreement, but I still wanted to make an amendment because I wanted to change the timeline of the agreement to the end of next year. Some of it was not, including the intellectual property and the digital infrastructure. To your left is the 3.1, the original version. To your right is the updated, highlighted in yellow would be the changes. So 850 for software subscriptions, communications, domain. The original amount of $11,000 is now moved up to $13,000 for R&D support and lab space. We are also including on-site collaboration at Tech Transfer Research Labs. They've been invited to Seattle, Washington, and New Jersey, I believe it's somewhere near Princeton, to further the research of their program, of their prototype. And lastly, $10,000 to file for the IP patent protection. And we would extend their deadline from the end of this month to next year at the same time. And I'll open it up for questions.
Questions?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 7, consideration, discussion, and action on down by the border request to extend their 2024 Quality of Life Grant for an additional 2 years, utilizing the remaining funds previously approved for the project.
All right, so as I mentioned earlier, down by the border, they were awarded back in 2024 for a quality of life grant for their Adaptive Sports League. It's a free initiative serving the special needs community. So it allowed special needs students, K through 12, to participate in organized sports. So it was a way that he wanted for them to feel the inclusion and while promoting health and wellness for the students. They were awarded $50,000 in March of 2024. The program ran from August of 24 until May of 2025. They had over 600 participants and then over 475 community volunteers. They participated in 6 different sports: pickleball, flag football, bowling, baseball, kickball, soccer. To date, they've been reimbursed $15,969. That went. So the request is an extension to utilizing the remaining funds of $34,031 to fund the program and continue the Adaptive Sports League for another 2 years. So the extension will be placed until October 31st of 2027. The reason that they did only exhaust 15,000 of it is because as they were going through the program, they got a lot of in-kind. So the city was able to give them the parks at no rental cost, as well as other donations from other organizations, whether it be food, snacks, and such.
Okay, any questions?
Why did they stop in May of 25? Was that part of the agreement?
It's a season, yeah. They were doing it in sections. They were doing it in sections to avoid the hot summer months. So that's why they wanted to do August-ish to May.
They were following the school year.
They skipped this summer
Yeah.
because it's hot.
So are they currently in the new cycle, or they're just waiting on this to be approved so they can start?
Yeah, they already started the new cycle. They actually started it 2 weeks ago. So this would assist with the rest of the year and then the following year, basically.
So this current cycle will go from October all the way to May?
And then again, August to May of, in 2006 to 2027. They're asking for 2 years.
So we put October of 27 just to finalize and getting all the receipts and paperwork together and the reimbursements in.
So they're not canceling the program, they're
No.
just pushing it.
Correct.
Absolutely not.
And
Okay.
they're not asking for more, it's just a continuation of what was already awarded, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Mr. Sada, yeah, not asking for more. He just said the remaining balance that's already been allocated from the
Instead of
from the
giving it
grant.
back to us, we just want to extend it. so
Give
we
us
can-
more time to
Yes.
use
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And if at the end of the 2 years extension, they still have some leftover monies, they will reimburse, like, I mean, obviously, this is reimbursement based, right? So
Right.
if you use it,
Yeah.
okay. I'll move with the motion to approve the extension.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Passes. Next item.
Item number 8, consideration and action to approve the following fiscal year 2026 business improvement and growth big rehabilitation grant applications for the following A and B.
Wait, what? Oh, okay, we still have. Accuse myself from this item.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead, Eric.
Okay, so our first application, well, a quick overview of the BIG program. It's to support downtown revitalization, to help reduce startup costs, restore historic properties, and increase business activity in the Brownsville's urban area. We have the rental reinvestment program to help new and expanding businesses offset monthly rent costs, encourage occupancy of underutilized commercial spaces, and our property rehabilitation to support interior and exterior upgrades for historic and aging properties and promote preservation, code compliance, and long-term functionality. The target area is our big program boundaries, which is downtown Brownsville and the Midi-Cultural District. We have one application for extensive rehabilitation. So the extensive rehabilitation program is to bring larger, long vacant or underutilized buildings back to full active use, to create new businesses or office spaces on on upper floors. The program is to focus on supporting the second floor and multi-tenant activation, establish infrastructure-heavy upgrades like HVAC systems, target buildings with potential to expand usable square footage, leverage private investment by requiring 80% applicant match, and applicants are asked to ensure 100% occupancy upon completion. Ineligible uses for this program is roof repair, grease trap installation, flooring and carpeting, asbestos testing, demolition, and debris removal, and cosmetic-only improvements. So the funding term is up to $100,000 of eligible costs, and 20% is a BCIC match. And the applicant is responsible for the remaining 80% of the costs. Our applicant is Barco Downtown at 1115 East Washington, the Olvera building, built in 1882. It is, there's a little typo there. It's 5,500 square feet between both floors of the interior of the building, not the facade. The end use would be Town Resaca venues. The first floor would be an event venue space, while the second floor would be office space for the actual owners of Town Resaca venues. So they'll be renting the entire building. The grant request is up to $100,000 in interior and exterior improvements. The total project cost is looking to be about $837,000, a little bit over. And the timeline would be from November 3rd until March 4th of 2026. I did attach some designs of both facades because it is facing Market Square and the street, as well as the interior of the first and second floor. The interior, it would be the HVAC, sprinkler system, electrical work, and plumbing on both floors of the building will be fully restored and installed. In those installations, it'll be 4 restrooms that will be also restored and made ADA accessible. For the facade, it'll be restoration for both facades, replace doors, wood trim, windows, and brick, railing and beams for the second floor balcony for support as well. Any questions on that project?
So they're, can you go back to the previous slide? So they're requesting 100,000,
It's up to 100, yes.
up to 100,000. And then that would be used by March of 2026?
So that's when they finish the actual project itself. So the reimbursements might probably take another month just to make sure everything's in order.
It's a beautiful space. If you haven't been in it, you should. It's lovely.
It is. They do have it open for tours at times, and it is always, it's a shame for what, has been put to it that it hasn't been utilized until now.
And I imagine they are restoring the wood and all of that according to the historic
Yes.
guidelines.
Mhm.
Okay.
Correct.
Any questions?
For the next item,
Before you move, do you want to vote on this one so that
Yes.
Murad can come in for the next one?
Sure, I'll make a motion to approve.
Need a second? I'll give a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed?
Aye.
Aye.
thank you.
So it does not pass.
Was that?
So it does not pass?
Who said, I didn't,
They voted nay? Did you guys vote nay? Oh, I'm sorry.
both of them said aye.
Yeah, I heard that too. I'm sorry.
I thought, didn't put my hearing
We,
aid.
we all thought that same, yeah.
Okay. Did you hear the
I
nays?
thought- I was like,
Okay,
okay.
it's not just me. So 4 ayes. Did anyone vote nay? No.
No.
So it passes.
Okay.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you. The next application is for our standard rehabilitation.
Nathan.
This is to support small and medium scale improvements that preserve and enhance historic of downtown Brownsville while making commercial spaces code compliant and business ready. So encourage preservation and adaptive reuse of historic buildings, fund critical upgrades to help businesses open or expand safely, promote visual revitalization through facade improvements, offer flexible support for interior MEP upgrades to meet city codes, and help activate underutilized commercial spaces with 50% cost sharing. So for standard ineligible uses is the same as extensive roof repair, grease trap, flooring, carpeting, asbestos, demolition, debris removal, cosmetic only improvements, except on standard, HVAC is not allowed. The funding terms is up to 50% of eligible costs. The maximums would be $25,000 for the exterior or facade and $35,000 for the interior. Our application is Solaris Management for 924 East Levy Street. The building was built in 1967 with a square footage of 930 square feet. They're only requesting up to $25,000 for the facade. They're not requesting any interior work. Their expected total project cost is $50,000 with a timeline of August of 2020, which is when they started their demolition, to December 1st, if not end of December. He said it just depends right now on installation from the company. But you did say December would be the end date.
And it's the whole building with the two
Yes.
doors? It's not, okay.
Correct. So Solaris was awarded a couple months ago for 934, which is the building that they purchased. He also purchased the building next to it, 924, which is why he wants to do these facade improvements. He wants to match the block, basically. So the upgrades would be upgraded lighting, windows and doors, improved accessibility, light fixtures, updated signage areas, removal and replacement of the canopy that was installed in 2003 that was not following with certain codes, and then brick installation that mirrors border brick.
Any questions?
Go back to that, sorry, can you go back to the entrance? Like, this is existing, but then the next one.
Next slide.
Next slide, please.
I'm clicking, it's taking a little bit to.
Oh, sorry. So the 934, that's not what they're asking for this time.
It's just 924, yeah. 934 we awarded, I believe,
A few months back.
a few months back, yeah.
Okay, sorry, which one you awarded first?
934.
934.
934, right? So is this under construction already or?
Yes, right now he's doing demo.
Okay.
Removing everything that's on there because demolition is not covered under our grant. He moved forward with that.
And 934 is almost complete and does have a very good prospect for 934.
Correct.
Thank you.
So
Motion to approve.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. Motion passes.
thank you.
Item number 9, consideration, discussion, and action to approve the following applications for the Brownsville Small Business Recovery Fund contingent upon receiving additional documentation from applicants as required by the Housing and Urban Development Federal Agency, items A through D.
All right, good morning, board members. So we received 4 applications for the recovery fund. Just a quick recap, this program was created back in 2020 when the pandemic hit. So we still had funds available, but these are our last applications. So we have Dulce Hogar Adult Daycare. They had a loss of 142% during the pandemic. We have Santa Fe Adult Daycare. They had 165 loss during the pandemic. And then we have Estrellas Mexican Plate. They had 85% loss during the pandemic. And lastly, we have Que Bello Beauty Salon. They had 98% losses during the pandemic. So in total, the amount requested is $60,000. Once we fund these, we will officially be done with this program.
Motion to approve.
Perfect.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposition? No. Thank you.
Thank you.
Passes. Next item.
Thank you. Item number 10, announcements.
Just a couple announcements. One is everyone received a text last week of Sergio welcoming his second baby. So I just want to do a public yay for him and congratulations. Next up is Nathan's will be taking paternity leave November and December. His wife is due at the end of next week, if not sooner, hopefully. I know. So just a really big congratulations to Nathan and Bianca. And he will not give up some of his roles while he's out. But I do ask respectfully to limit how much you reach out to him so he can, enjoy the bonding of the family.
At least
Yeah.
the first 3 weeks.
Sorry, say it again.
At least the
So,
first 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Myself, Victoria Astrid will be taking over any of his roles during the 2 months that he's out. I don't believe any other announcements on our end. No.
Events at the eBridge Center. We have the Latin Health Summit in early November. The Aspen Institute is also going to be doing some programming of their own at the eBridge Center. And we'll also talk to you in private when it's finished. We'll send out, we're doing a special program where we're going to be able to give away some laptops to some unfortunate folks in our community as well. So we're finalizing that as well.
I actually have one too. Most people know Jean and Ruth Navrodsky. Jean passed away a couple of years ago, and they were one of our 6 original farmers at the farmers market. When BCIC did the Belden Trail, there was an odd-shaped triangular piece of land at the end behind Skinner, and BCIC bought it. We still own it and turned it into a community garden. Murad remembers that. This afternoon, Ruth is moving, although she doesn't want to far north with her kids. This week or next week, it's pretty soon. And so we are doing a plaque, Brownsville Wellness Coalition, a sign that signs or names the garden after Ruth and Jean. And I made sure to put the BCIC logo along with the City of Brownsville and Brownsville Wellness on the sign.
Thank
I
you.
didn't know if it was actually going to be ready in time, but it is ready in time, and it's today at 5 at the garden if anyone wants to go and say thank you to Ruth. They were as well the original farmers in that garden, and they will be missed.
Any other announcements? We do have our next board meeting on November 24th. It's a Monday.
Can't make it.
You can't make it?
November 24th?
Yeah, it's a Monday, the week of Thanksgiving.
Can you move it the week before?
Tracy, it will be in Australia.
Really?
I'll be traveling out of town, so I won't be able to make it. But you guys can meet. You can.
We can follow up on everything and look at our agenda as well. I do believe HR will want to have a executive session with the board on, following up on items that they send out to the board members. I think it was either earlier this week or late last week.
You're talking about the careless email?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
wants
so
to,
that's 2 weeks for response, all right?
yeah,
Now
and
it's
then she wants to
10 days.
follow up with the board on that.
Right.
Okay, that's all for our announcements.
All right, the best one,
Anyone else?
number 11, adjournment.
So move.
All in favor? Aye. Do we stay in this room or?
No, we're going up to the
Going
4th
upstairs.
floor. Y'all, I just want to say thank you for, taking some time, additional time out of your day today to have this board meeting prior to our joint meeting. So I really do say thank you for taking that time. We've thought we might as well kill 2 birds with one stone. Thank you.
Thank you.